Millions around the world worship Jesus as the Son of God. But did he ever actually say, "Worship me"? From grand cathedrals to small prayer gatherings, Jesus is praised, honored, and worshipped. But in his own words, what did he really teach about worship? As we explore the Gospels, history, and theology, we ask a profound question. Was Jesus' mission to receive worship, or was it to guide people toward God? In the Gospel of John, Jesus makes a profound statement. The true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father is seeking such to worship him. Read John 4:23. Even when his disciples asked how to pray, Jesus responded with a prayer directed to God. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Read Matthew 6:9. If Jesus intended for people to worship him, why would he repeatedly, again and again, point them to God, the Father? Jesus' teachings was centered on love, obedience, and humility, not seeking personal worship. In John 14:15, he says, "If you love me, keep my commandments." He does not say, "If you love me, worship me." In one of his most humble acts, Jesus washed his disciples' feet, a task usually done by a servant. He told them, "I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you." John 13:15. Some argue that Jesus accepted worship, citing examples such as Thomas exclaiming, "My Lord and my God," in John 20:28. But was Thomas worshiping Jesus in the way people worship God, or was he expressing astonishment at his resurrection? In other instances, Jesus was bowed to in reverence, a common practice in ancient cultures to show respect, not necessarily divine worship. After Jesus' resurrection, his followers debated his identity. Was he to be worshipped as God, or was he a divine messenger pointing to God? Early Christian writings, such as the letters of Paul, speak of Jesus as the exalted Son of God, but they also emphasize worshiping the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. Read Ephesians 1:3. Jesus, as a Jewish teacher, upheld the first commandment, "You should have no other gods before me." Exodus 20:3. When asked about the greatest commandment, he responded, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." Read Mark 12:29. If Jesus believed in one God and upheld this commandment, why would he instruct people to worship him instead of God? Jesus' life was an example of humility, love, and devotion to God. He never sought to be worshipped, but rather called people to follow him, to love one another, and to serve God with sincerity. Understanding his teachings challenges us to focus on living as he did, loving the poor, showing mercy, and seeking God wholeheartedly. This is Big Brother. If you have some answers for me, please put them in the comments below. Thank you for following Jesus' teachings.